Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Diablo 3 Hardcore Challenge. Since I was told... Yes, thank you, at the end of last episode that playing on normal or difficulty would basically mean I never die, I've now switched it to expert difficulty. That's the highest difficulty I can choose at this point. I need to finish at least Act 4 on one character, in Hardcore, to unlock master difficulty. And of course Torment is only unlocked after reaching level 60, I believe. Maybe it's 70 now, I don't quite know.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
It was my duty to help. Now, I would know of the falling star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Yes!
Okay, and we start off with a level up right away. Which means we now get the Roar rune for Punish. When you block with Hardened Senses active, you explode with Fury, dealing 75% weapon damage as fire to enemies within 15 yards. So this effect by default gives me a increased block chance for 5 seconds as I hit an enemy. As long as I have a shield, of course, which I currently do. Is this shield any better? It is. Okay, I can probably just sell the rest.
I've dug out a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
Not that selling these really makes much sense, but why not?
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Then I will be the cure.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before.
Okay.
All night alongside the You've got to promise me you'll take good care of whatever I sell you.
I had some equipment still stored in my chest, so I now have this reasonably good sword and a slightly better belt. But since this chest is obviously separate from my softcore chest, there isn't much chance for me to basically get overpowered equipment.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is a hard burden you bear. I will help.
Okay, let me break immersion for just a second while I make the music a lot more quiet.
Thank you. Follow
Okay,
me.
sorry about that. It had to be done. There are random frame drops in this game from time to time. I don't quite know why, but...
My friends, I'm sorry.
Do your duty, blacksmith. No matter how hard.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hadrig! Help me!
Not yet.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hadrig Aemon.
You owe me nothing, but I would welcome your aid in my quest to find the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
And since I've pretty much gone over the story of the game in my my Witch Doctor LP, I won't go into too much detail about that this playthrough. However, if you are interested in seeing such a run, or if wow, it's still very noisy. I'm sorry. Let's put the master volume down a little and put voices maybe up a little. There we go. I could always do a softcore LP.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Then yeah, feel free to request it, and I might do a normal softcore LP for the at least for the Reaper of Souls storyline, if that's something you're interested in seeing. Otherwise, this is Reaper of Souls content, but I won't go into the story in any detail. I'll just play through it. Maybe if I get bored, I will even start clicking through the dialogues, because this is more about the gameplay, not about the story of the game.
Not ready yet.
Well, so far we're doing okay.
This will be a good battle. Yes!
And another level up. Okay, this is going very quickly. Okay, I'll get rid of this minion first, and then I'll focus on the boss, which teleported away just before I could blind it. And now it appears to be running away. Thank you. And for the level up, Shield Bash got a rune, Shattered Shield. The shield shatters into other smaller fragments, hitting more enemies for 740% weapon damage, plus 335 of your shield block chance as damage. Obviously, since the gameplay of the game is naturally reasonably repetitive, there might be sections where I just don't have much to say, because not much is happening. And so commentary might be a little sparse in those areas, but I don't want to force just any random dialogue. If I have nothing interesting to say, I'll just be quiet and that will be fine, I'm sure. Okay, my bonus experience is gone already, which is good. Don't even know why I picked up that cracked thing. Actually, I should probably stop picking up white items. No, actually I shouldn't. Since this is hardcore, I haven't got the tons of common crafting materials in storage. And so, salvaging white items is still something I should really do. What are you? Teleporters, okay. Well, that's not too bad.
Patience.
Okay. And just for a second, this read to me as Sacred Scrotum of the Hawk, which surprised me for a moment. No, I think the healing per second is kinda more useful. Maybe not. If you have any advice as to which skills or something I should use, feel free to leave those. Even though I myself will obviously, as I said, force myself to use whichever skills I get on level ups. Such advice might still be helpful for others, and should I somehow notice I really can't finish this playthrough with that additional limitation in place, I might always decide to remove that, and then it would again be interesting to know which skills are useful for a hardcore crusader and which are less so.
Not yet.
For example, I'm currently fairly unhappy because I don't have my standard attack does not have an area of effect. It's just a standard single target thing, and I have the hardened senses, which give me a bit of an explosion if I block using those. Okay. And it appears that blinded enemies simply do nothing. They are completely disoriented and just stand around doing nothing. Which is different from the blind condition in other games I've played, where usually blindness gives a flat decrease to chance to hit with standard attacks. And the severity of the effects changes with the different games. So in some games you have complete inability to hit, in some games it's just a decreased chance to hit. I've even seen games where it's simply nice, that was a cool combo. In some games it's just a flat out damage reduction to standard attacks. Which I have no idea why that would make sense, but I've seen that in I don't even know where. I think some less famous
Blacksmith's apprentice, but another innocent falls.
action RPGs. I also had a different idea that I might put into action. You might remember, or you might have seen on my channel a long time ago, I did well, not long ago. A fair amount of time ago I did a series called Chatcraft, where I was basically playing Minecraft and talking about random topics of science, philosophy and similar things. Let's see... nope. No, actually, yes, I will use those. And I was thinking I could do something similar in this game. Iron Skin. Your skin turns into iron, absorbing 50% of all incoming damage for 4 seconds. That sounds very, very useful in a hardcore environment. So, I guess this series might not be the ideal vessel for such a kind of communication, because I have to concentrate a little more on the game.
Enjoy this.
Ouch, 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 ouch. These guys do mean business.
My wrath is low.
But I would be willing to basically do something similar again, if there's interest. Maybe switch out the games, not make it Minecraft, but make it Diablo, or maybe make it a different game every few episodes, just showing games that I currently play or that I enjoy playing in the background as I talk about certain things. And I suspect I would mostly, at this point, make the topics astrophysics, because I have recently gotten the Cosmos TV series. I think it's by Fox, or at least it aired on Fox, I believe, and on National Geographic. And it's very good. It's kind of the successor to Carl Sagan's original Cosmos show, which was simply great, and I think it sparked a lot of scientific interest in a lot of people who might otherwise not have considered it. So I've just recently, also through some personal encounters I've had, I've just had a real interest sparked in astrophysics again, which I do enjoy the topics, so I would consider, I don't know, talking about random stuff, black holes, galaxies, quasars, just interesting things about science, and probably, knowing me, reaching into the areas of philosophy as well, because that's kind of what I do. And I guess I'm currently using this episode to, I don't know, touch base a little, check whether there's any interest in that kind of content. Mostly because I know most of my subscribers come from the Diablo 3 tutorials I did, and so I guess this would be a good way to make people only watching Diablo 3 aware of the possibility of different types of content on my channel, which was a very long sentence. But I believe it actually worked out in the end. Oh hey, skeleton. No idea why I activated my iron skin there. But I guess I did. What's its recast? 30 seconds, okay. So yeah, that should be my panic button. And then we'll see if I can make this work. And once again, since I want to kind of leave people the option or the ability to guess my progress, this will probably not be a very quick series, so I won't be recording this far in advance, and I won't be recording lots of episodes in a row. So I'll probably do one episode and then I'll render it, upload it, wait for comments, and then maybe 2-3 days later I'll do the next episode. Which, in my usual LPs, I tend to sit down and record at least 3 episodes in a row. Sometimes less, but usually at least 3. Sometimes a lot more. I've gone up to 10 episodes in a single sitting. Just because it was going well, I was on a run and I didn't want to stop. But I think for something that is slightly designed to work with user input, it would make sense to make it a little closer, to record closer to upload times, I guess, to release times. So yeah, this should not be too quick, so it won't be a daily feature, definitely. I currently have Borderlands 1 and 2 each going. Borderlands 1 in English, Borderlands 2 in German. So I have my daily features, which you don't have to get used to. If I'm done with these 2 games, maybe I'll feel burned out and there won't be a daily feature for a while. We'll see. But yeah, this is more of a side project, I guess. But in a way, it forces me to go through with a hardcore playthrough, which I've usually pushed out, and I don't know, I quit at level 10, maybe 15, I think I once got. But that's really about it. I'm kind of forcing myself, not forcing myself in the sense of I don't want to play. I'm making myself stick to this kind of playthrough because it is more intense. There is more of a sense of danger because you can lose your character for good. So I would usually not play this kind of game. Okay, I'll pick this up, but I'll skip it. And since I now have the checkpoint, I've got the waypoint here unlocked. I can go back to New Tristram at any point, making this an ideal location to basically end the episode. Do I want to make one of these heater shields? I think I do. Yeah, I do lose some damage, but I think defensive increases are valuable. The 4 life per hit, it just seems ridiculously low, so I think at this point it's probably okay to do this. And I'll salvage everything else. Most of the money you get comes from gold drops anyway. So there we have it. Oh look, I could use this instead, which is I'd say it's better. But I'll keep this in case I lose this one to a character death. You never know. And I wanted to check. I don't have a shoulder piece yet. I can craft one, can't I? I cannot. And I can forge a sword, but I don't want to. So I think this is a good place to cut, as I said. Again, leave guesses and such and feedback to the topics I've discussed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.